Guys, this is Enku Tafara. Today I'm going to do something a little bit differently. No fancy editing, no rehearsed content. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make actual cold calls with health insurance leads in real time. I'm going to show you guys everything from the initial objection to hopefully the close, depending on how it goes. Because again, this is where most clients lose prospects, and showing you typically how it should be done should help you guys on future calls as well. And for those of you guys that don't know, again, my name is Enku Tafara. I was a health insurance sales leader and led my team to about 35 million in team sales with over 52 agents in total in just about 3 years' time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The first lead we have here is going to be Loretta out in the great state of Virginia. And again, all these calls, guys, I am going to put on speaker so you guys are able to hear it and hear how we are able to communicate. Again, this is going to be the raw footage, so sometimes they'll answer, sometimes they might not answer, but let's see how it goes.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
All right, no answer on the first one. Again, you always call twice. Here we go.
Your call has been forwarded to
All right, no answer. We're off to the next here. A lot of people ask, do you leave voicemails? Do you not leave voicemail? Again, that's personal preference. I personally don't leave voicemails because half the time they don't really check it. But if that's what you enjoy doing, then again, by all means, go for it. Next up here, we got John out in Texas. Beautiful state of Texas here. Same concept. We're going to slap it on speakerphone for you guys. Again, a lot of these leads are months old, so chances are they might have already found coverage, but again, we're going to call them here just to update the file.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
No answer. Again, you guys know the deal. We'll call them twice.
Your call has been forwarded to...
All right, we'll move on to the next. Again, I always send messages on top of this as well, just to make sure that you guys are doing a good job as far as getting the outreach there. Next up, we got Joseph out in Michigan. Joseph out in Michigan here. Looks like an older guy, 62.
I'm sorry I'm not able to take your call right now.
Let's give him another call here. All right, we're off to a very hot start here. We're on fire. We're on fire, but this is the name of the game. Next up here, we have Catherine. She's out in North Carolina. All right. 794, here we go.
Hello.
Hey, Catherine.
No.
This isn't Catherine?
No.
Are you
Who's speaking, please?
This is Enku Tafara. Was checking back in regarding the health insurance information you were looking at. Was that?
So I think that she is already having insurance.
Okay, but this isn't Catherine?
No.
So how would you know if she got it taken care of?
Because she's my daughter.
Oh, gotcha. Do you know who she ended up going through, just so I can update
I
this
have
file?
no idea. I work in an ER, so I can't talk right now. Sorry.
I'm sorry?
I work in an emergency department. I can't talk right now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
It's part of the game. Let's see here. Next up, we have Aaron, 956. Let's not say his home number here.
Hello?
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Hey, Aaron. This is Nku Tafara. How's your evening going for you so far?
Who is? I don't know who this person is. I'm sorry.
This is Nku Tafara. I was just touching base about the health insurance information you were looking at.
No, I got health insurance already, but thank you, though.
Oh, gotcha. And just to make sure that I can... Let's call him right back. We weren't able to close this file out. Let's give him a call back here. This wonderful gentleman, Aaron. Let's see here.
Please leave your message for 95.
Lars Ake.
The person you have dialed is not able to receive calls at this time.
It's part of the game. Let's make sure that that's the case, though. Let's give him another.
The person you have dialed is not able to receive calls.
One more. Let's see. I think we're about maybe 10 calls in, which is not a whole lot. This one is Sarah out in Ohio. I'll be in touch soon because my business isn't started yet. Yeah. This lead is a little older as well.
Your call has been forwarded to an... Your call has been forwarded.
So that was Sarah. Let's go to Carrie out in Mississippi. And again, guys, a lot of times they're not going to pick up. Right now it's 4 o'clock Eastern, so a lot of times they might still be at work.
Please leave your message for...
Went straight to voicemail. Let's see if we can call them back again.
Please leave your message for...
Nothing. And so normally the best times that I usually like to reach out is in the morning. First thing in the morning when typically they're on their way to work, or as soon as they're off of work, so maybe in a few hours. So I might try these guys again in a few hours just to see, but persistence is the name of the game. Next up, Ramon out in Colorado.
Hello?
Hey, Ramon?
Yeah, this is he.
Hey, Ramon, this is Nku Tafara. How's your afternoon going for you so far?
This is who?
This is Nku Tafara. How is your afternoon going so far?
Good. I'm not sure who you're with.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
You said Inku Safara?
Nku Tafara, that's my first and last name.
Oh, yeah. What can I do for you?
Oh, yeah. So I was just checking back in with you to see as far as your open enrollment options, as far as your health coverage, if you were able to get that taken care of, or if you were still in the market.
Now is not a good time. I'm in the middle of work.
Oh, I apologize. When would it be a better time to touch base?
Typically before 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
Okay, so is that something that you're still open to getting kind of resolved? I just want to make sure I update this correct.
Yeah,
Okay, and it was just for yourself, or was it for the whole family you were looking for?
myself.
Okay, and then any major pre-existing conditions that I should be aware of?
No,
Okay, Ramon at New. Is that the best email to send an invite to?
no.
Okay, what's the best email for you, just so I can get this updated?
My first name dot last name.
Okay, and that's say the numbers again, because I got Ramon
So it's 3.
6153 at Gmail, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll lock you in for tomorrow. How does 11 a.m. on Mountain Time sound?
That should be fine.
All right, perfect. I'll touch base with you then, Ramon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, man. You stay safe.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, we got one. We got one guy. Let me just make sure I got his email correct. It's 153. Let's see here. 11. I'm having to do the time zones in my head. So he said 11 Mountain Time. It's 10. That's 1 p.m. Eastern. Add that to the Google Calendar. So you still want to make sure, even if they say they're busy, to kind of get as much information from them as possible. Obviously, he said he was at work. Still picked up the phone while he was at work. So we just kept pushing until we got the information we needed, which is just who's he looking for, what he's indeed looking for when he's available, and making sure that we got the call on time out of him, making sure we got the correct email address, which is super important as well. Next up, we got Todd out in Ohio.
Telephone number. Can't take your call now.
Well, let's see if they can take our call now. If we call again.
Telephone number.
All right. Next up, we got a name that's going to be very difficult to pronounce, but we'll give it a shot here. Gu Hong out in Illinois. Normally when you get these names spot on, it just builds that connection. Practice it a few times before they answer.
Hello?
Hey, Gu Hong?
No, I'm her husband. What happened?
Oh, hi, my name is Enku Tofara. I was just touching base as far as her health coverage information is concerned. Do you know if that's something she was looking for the both of you guys, or was that just for her?
No, we don't need it right now because we already covered it by my company's insurance.
Oh, okay, and that's
Yeah.
for everybody?
Yeah, for everybody, yes.
Oh, okay.
Whole family, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good, sir. Just so I can note this out, I know typically when you guys are adding the family and the spouses and the kids on, it starts to bump up the premiums. Did they discount the entire family's rate, or was it just yours that they discounted?
No, the rate was, the whole premium was covered by my company. So
The whole
we don't need to pay.
for the whole family?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay, so it's tough to beat that then. I'm going to go ahead and note this out for
Yeah.
you guys. You enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Of course, God bless.
Bye.
Sometimes you can't beat zero. It seems like with the employer situation, if they were able to cover it, then there's nothing we can do. We can't beat them. Can't beat that rate. Next up, we got Gene out in Maryland. Gene. Gina is an older lady. She's 62. Maybe I shouldn't put all the information out on here. Oh well. Gene. Talk to me, Gene.
Hello, you reached 240.
Gene, we're gonna call you again, Miss Gene.
reached.
Nothing from Gene. We got Hannah out in Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Hannah. Leave me a message and I'll call you when I can. Thanks.
I'm not going to leave a voicemail, but we will call you twice, Miss Hannah.
This is Hannah.
Hey, Hannah, this is Nku Tafara. How's your afternoon going for you?
Okay.
Good, good. I just wanted to see, as far as that health coverage information you were looking into, was that something that you were still looking for yourself, or was it for the whole family?
Oh, we don't need that anymore. We have health insurance.
Oh, it's good to know. Let me go ahead and note this out for you guys. Was that through an employer you went through, Marketplace?
Yes.
Employer?
Employer.
Okay, gotcha. And they got you for a decent rate? 'Cause I know they typically try and increase it if it's like spouses and family members and things like that. Did they get you guys
No,
on
we're
that?
comfortable with that.
Okay, cool. Do you know how much that was? You don't mind me asking?
We're good. Thank you.
Name of the game. Let's see. 1, 2, 5. People like that, I mean, if they are stuck, I mean, I would keep them in your pipeline. Do what you can, but people always think it's like some magic word that you say to kind of get them to go one way or another. But at the end of the day, if someone's telling you they have employer coverage, they're going to have to wait till enrollment period to come off. And typically, if you throw a number at them that you guys can beat, you can do that. But 9 times out of 10, they're kind of stuck where they're at for the most part. And so if they decide to hang up, just push as much as you can. Maybe put it in your calendar for a few days and then give them another call back.
Please leave your message.
Because really what you want to do at that point is you want to just leverage closing out their file or whatever you want to say to get additional information, which she kind of gave me. But you know, as far as the digging, I just tried to dig as much as possible until she kind of gave me an indication that she wasn't interested, and she did because she hung up. So best of luck to her. Michael, we got Michael here out in Missouri. Let's see.
Please leave your...
And again, like you guys heard with even the guy we booked an appointment with, we're kind of calling now at a point where they might still be at work. Again, it's 4 o'clock on the East Coast here, so some of them even on the West Coast are probably coming off of lunch break. Some of them are probably still at work, can't pick up the phone. And so you talk to all types of people, especially if they're independent business owners and things like that. This individual is Matthew out in Kentucky.
Hi, this is Christy. I can't take your call right now. Please leave me.
All right, that sounds like the wife. Trying to call twice here.
This is Christy. I can't.
Nothing there. Should be nearing the end here. Amy in Florida. Another thing I like to do as well is when you look at the lead and you guys see how old the individual is, sometimes they have the date of births included and it's accurate.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Amy.
Yes.
Hey, Amy. This is Nku Tafara. How's your afternoon going for you?
I just texted somebody. Just a moment, please. Okay.
Are you able to?
So-
You able to hear me well?
I don't know who you are.
Well, I was touching base because you had requested some information prior to you turning 60 here, as far as health insurance is concerned. I just wanted to see if that's something that you were still open into taking a look at, or if you got that taken care of.
Okay. Well, in actuality, as of today, as of 3 minutes ago, I was texting somebody to return a, let me guess, probably $3 pair of earplugs. And I'm no longer working for this establishment. So I have to reconfigure my finances and figure out how I'm going to move forward with my, so that I can, I have health insurance with Ambetter.
Okay. And so you were no longer looking, or what were the earplugs regarding?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm laughing right now. I'll be okay.
Okay.
I'm not really, I don't believe I'm looking for health insurance. I have Ambetter.
Okay, and you got assistance on that?
Well, I don't even know what it is. Is Ambetter for people who are low income?
It's on the marketplace. So typically when it's on the marketplace, you want to only be on that market if you qualify for financial assistance, or you have like a lot of medical conditions and you need to take care of, because they have deductibles in place that you're typically going to meet. So if neither of those fit where you're currently at, then you might be able to get preferred rates. But if you're paying, I don't know, less than, I'd say in Florida, $300, $250, then you're probably in the best possible scenario that you could be in.
Okay, so let me see here. So have I been, this is going to be fun, man. I'm going to be up till, I don't know, 3 a.m. It won't matter.
Why is that?
Because it just won't matter. Here, have I been getting Ambetter and I shouldn't be? Because I don't have certain conditions.
Well, how much are you currently paying?
I've been paying $158 out of my bank.
Oh, no, yeah, you're good. That's probably the best rate that you're going to find out there relative to...
I think, hold on 1 second. What a shame.
You're looking for the paperwork?
No,
I would say regarding the insurance, as far as an expense is concerned.
Here's the deal. I have to return a $3 pair of earplugs to a school system that just told me it's not going to work out.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning. Well, I think I'd rather work tomorrow morning than return these $3 set of earplugs.
Sure.
But I will go return the $3 set of earplugs because I already confined myself to doing it. And unless I say, yes, you can drop them off tomorrow. Unless I say, well, I'm going to be working, or I'll mail them back, or unless I change that so that I can, yeah. Okay, sorry. Sorry. I got it. My brain. Okay, let me just back up. The Ambetter. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
NQ.
Okay, I have been paying $158 to Ambetter health insurance. But do I qualify for this health insurance if I'm not disabled?
No, you still qualify for it. But what I was saying is, as far as the tax break, it's based off of what you're making for the year, income-wise. So if your income is going down, or if it's had a change, you can qualify for an even lower premium to help you save even more money on your rates. What are you currently thinking that you're going to make this year?
Okay, well, I just lied. Okay, and I spent the afternoon. This is going to be a fun day. I am having. Anybody having fun yet? I just lied.
Okay.
Last night, I lied. I got another credit card with 30% interest just for, this is the truth, just so that I could receive some discounts on some items so that I can show up at my baby son's wedding wearing something.
Okay.
And that is the God's honest truth. I swear on the Bible. Okay?
Okay. Well, I'm just here to help you with the insurance part of it.
I'm just saying, just so that I can attend my son's wedding that is going to occur on the 7th of March.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah. And honestly, if I could marry a millionaire right now, bring me one. Somebody give me a millionaire.
You and me both.
I hear you on that.
Well, let me do this for you. Let me note this out for you in the system. What I would say is I would double check to verify your income. It seems like you're in a pretty decent spot, but if you need to...
No, I'm really not. You want to know what I got in the bank? For these people that I could sever the relationship or they could sever their relationship, which they just did. I have in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't good.
No, I hear you.
So, so, yeah. And he hates this agency that I may have to go back and work for. How do you like them apples?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I would say in terms of just to save you an extra bill, to maybe see what your current premium is, meaning because when you look at your current Ambetter plan and you look at the rate that you're paying, it's based off of the income that you gave them before you applied for the plan. So I would go back and maybe see what those numbers look like, because if it's gone down, you would be able to get a tax credit to save you more money on the premiums.
Well, this is awkward because I'm talking about just last night at 10 after 12, and I was trying to get off the phone because I thought I was going to a job that I thought I had. You get me?
I hear you.
Okay, and I lied. I put $55,000 as a self-employed person just so I could get the goddamn credit card, okay? But I actually just wanted enough clothes to wear to my son's wedding. That's the truth. That is the God's honest truth. Okay? So I do not know. Now my income, of course, everything is a jumbled up fucking goddamn mess. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear, Miss Amy.
So I cannot create an income in 3 minutes.
Miss Amy, I hope...
And the person that's telling me goodbye, we cannot continue the relationship, goodbye, good day, is not going to come and pay my rent that I just paid yesterday. I'm sorry, whenever it was that I paid it, I gave my rent money, because you got to have rent money, you got to pay your rent. Now, I might have this person move in with me and book a room that I'm going to fucking lie to on my income taxes so that I can pretend that I had an office in my home.
Right. Miss Amy, I'm sorry that all of that has happened. I'm gonna have to let you go. I do hope everything does get worked out, though.
Thanks.
Not sure what that was. Let's go to the next one. Sometimes you get those, where they just dump their whole life onto you. Sometimes. All right, guys, let's continue. We got Jacqueline in North Carolina. Concord, North Carolina.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
All right, we got a couple more here to knock out. Ratio-wise, not terrible. I mean, we booked a call. We had that lovely lady that we just spoke to. God bless her. Hilda out in Texas.
Please leave your message for...
Remember, you always call twice through. Hilda. I don't see an H on this one. Nothing from that one. Delma out in Florida. That lady was out in Florida too. That poor lady. I was trying to give her a reason to get her cheaper premium, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Delma out in Florida.
Please leave your...
Sean, who is also out in Florida. Let's see if Sean is available.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Sometimes with these calls, it's just about catching them the right time. Because once you get them and you get them to confirm the information that they had put in, it's really, you're in the green. But, and I always like to call off different numbers too, just to kind of get them a little bit more engaged in the conversation. Because if they see you calling consistently from the same number, no matter what it's about, I don't think anybody likes getting blown up. So there's a level of persistence, and then there's creative persistence. And I prefer to be creatively persistent. We got Kristen out in Wyoming.
Hello, this is Christine with APG.
Kristan. Maybe I said that wrong. Kristan.
Hello?
Hey, Laura.
Yes.
Hey, Laura. This is Nku Tafara. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain. I just wanted to see if you guys ended up going that self-employment route. I think we had spoke earlier in the year, probably earlier last year, actually. And you guys mentioned that it was contingent on your insurance, so I wanted to touch base again.
Right. We have not done it yet, but we are still looking at options.
Okay.
It may happen in June.
June of this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Typically, I like to wait around 60 days because that's when the numbers are usually the most accurate. So if you want, I can... Yeah.
I'm not really looking for accuracy. I'm looking at, is it going to be $4,000 a month or is it going to be $1,000 a month? Like,
fair enough.
you know, it's really like, it's really based on if it's going to be $4,000 a month, then we can't do it.
The switch to self-employment is going to be contingent on how much the health insurance is? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Let me...
Because right now, my husband, really, we do some of this. We do our own work.
Mm-hmm.
So we are kind of self-employed right now. Mm-hmm. But my husband drives a school bus for health insurance.
Okay.
So that's pulling him away from the job for 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
So if it comes back at, oh, well, your insurance is going to be $1,500 a month, then we can justify the going out on our own completely.
Right.
Instead of having the second job.
And have you gotten quotes already? Speaking?
Yes.
Okay, and what have those quotes been?
Anywhere from marketplace being like $600 and something to private insurance to be like $900.
Okay.
Like Christian ministries, like about 1,000, 900 to 1,000, something like that.
And how is that? Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know where. See, I don't know enough about insurance to know is that good or is it cheap insurance?
So there's, because I had in my notes here that you guys, and I was touching base here, it said 214. You guys were undecided. Yeah. So I mean, $1,700 a month. Is that what you guys were paying before? Because I had it in my notes.
Yes. For my husband's old job, yes.
Okay, because that number seemed familiar. So let me just explain to you a little bit about what I do, so that way it'll simplify the process for you guys. I am an advisor. I'm not necessarily working with like one plan or carrier. I kind of just shop the markets. Does not really matter what plan you end up going through. I just kind of show you well enough to where you understand everything that's out there and then kind of let you make that informed decision once you have the information. With that being said, there's two markets for you to look at when you're looking for health insurance. One is known as the ACA, Marketplace, Exchange. They're all the same thing. It benefits you for one of two ways. It either benefits you because you qualify for significant assistance, which is going to be tricky if you're self-employed.
We won't be able to do that.
Exactly. They're going to look at before tax income. So, as far as those rates, not sure if those would be concrete for you, but the other reason you want to get on that market is if you are relatively unhealthy, meaning you're like using the insurance a lot, because those plans have higher deductibles that are in place, and typically those higher deductibles are more prone for unhealthier individuals. If neither of that applies to you, you want to look at the private option, which is going to give you a preferred rate based on your health. And with that being said, it's basically just saying the healthier that you are, better rates that you are to receive. With that third market that you had mentioned to me, the ministry plans, that is not real insurance. So if you were to sign up for something, pretty much what it is, it's a pool of funds distributed at a wheel of boards, meaning it's like a church or like a ministry, like a religious organization. They pour money into this kind of board, and a lot of times people that are sick of traditional insurance tend to opt in for it because they at least know where the money is going. However, the way they pay out claims is it's on a reimbursement process, and two, they typically favor the individuals that have been there for a little bit longer. It's usually great if you're like just looking for maternity coverage, or like you have like a lot of kids and you just really care about getting the kids covered. It's really good for that, for obvious religious reasons. But normally when it comes to like filing your claim and running through that process, you're usually run into issues as far as doctors and facilities accepting that stuff as well. So with that, I guess kind of all out there with when you're looking at rates and when you're looking at obviously like is it too good to be true, you can kind of customize the rates and your coverage to, you know, if you want to pay $1,500, like you can get a plan that's worth $1,500 and it'll cover you like a plan that's $1,500. If you want to get a plan that's $700, that plan's going to cover you like it's a $700 plan. There's not, once you kind of decide what market you're on, the rate itself is contingent on how much coverage that you want to add, whether it's go ahead.
I really want to go with private. Like that's my top thing right now is private.
Okay. And
going that route.
And have you guys, because there's, let me see here, your date of birth for you is 7/20/78? And then you guys are still out in Fairmount, 30139?
139.
Okay. And then your husband's date of birth is, and then is it 2 kids?
Yes. 2 kids will be covered, yes.
Okay. And then, just so I'm making sure that I'm covering the grounds here, are you guys, is anybody in the family taking any medications, or do you guys have any pre-existing conditions at all that you want to make sure would be covered? And then, as far as any like hospitalizations, surgeries, kind of think of anything in the last 5 to 7 years that you can see showing up on a medical report?
Nothing that's not like reoccurring, like like no cancer, no heart disease.
No cancer, no heart disease.
Nothing like that. Like no. I mean, the worst thing is my husband has a CPAP machine, but he doesn't even use it because it doesn't work.
Okay.
So, and he's not getting seen for it. It was a slight thing like 5 years ago.
Okay. Was it due to, like, did he have high blood pressure at the time as well, or did he have any cardiovascular issues with that?
At the time, I can't remember what it was, but I can't even remember what it was for.
Okay.
I think they wanted to do I think it was snoring, and they wanted to do a thing, and they're like, well, try the CPAP and see if that works, and it didn't work. It's not working. So and he's not being seen for it. He's fine.
Yeah, and the way the process works on the private option is you have 2 options for you to pick from.
Okay.
One of them is, and I'm just saying this to you because it doesn't seem like you said $1,500 price point, and with that, it kind of opens you up to 2 options versus just the one. The 2 options are as followed. So benefits-wise, like it's going to be a 0 deductible. It's going to be through United Healthcare. If you've been looking for at this point, I'm sure you've kind of heard of maybe some of the coverage details, but otherwise it's a 0 deductible, 0 copay.
Okay, I want to stay away from United Healthcare.
Okay, and did you run into issues with that?
I have had issues, and I know people that have had issues, and I love Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Mm-hmm.
I've been with them for a long time. I really like Kaiser, but we can't get it in our area.
Yeah.
So I really want to stay away from United Healthcare.
Okay. Did you have experience as far as doctors not accepting it, or was it?
Yes, that too. I've had lots of different. Yeah.
What?
Now out here, I have it out here, but when I was closer to Atlanta, I did. So, is that going to change being further out? I don't know.
What I normally say, because the thing is, the reason that you get certain networks, like this is, and the best way I explain it when people say, like, I'm not looking for a specific, because sometimes I'll get the opposite where people will say, like, hey, I'm looking for United, I'm not looking for Blue Cross, or vice versa, or they'll say, like, I'm looking for Cigna, or they'll say I'm looking for Molina. Like, they'll say a specific one because of what they've used previously, and what I always tell them is, like, these companies are, first off, they're huge, and more importantly than that is they have different subsets within that, within the, like, within United and within Blue Cross, meaning, like, they have PPOs, they have HMOs, and then even beyond that, you could have an experience with an employer plan. You can have an experience with a marketplace plan, with a short-term plan. There's a lot of different varieties in terms of networks that would result in something being billed correctly or something being not billed correctly. In addition to that, you'll also see the fact of the matter is that you're going to be on a United Healthcare PPO network, and so what that allows you to do is it opens you up to all 50 states, and in addition to that, you would not need a referral for any type of specialist that you choose to see. So
That's one of my things.
Any doctor in specific that you would want to look at, we would take a look at together before you even make a decision on if the plan is for you. So that way, you'll be able to see all the doctors that you'll be able to go to versus just signing up for a plan and not having that option be available to you. So that's kind of the main difference there versus in terms of the network itself, and why I don't think that would be too much of an issue, because it spans out in 95% of doctors and hospitals in the area. And if you want, just for the sake of just me having you on the line, Laura, I can verify any specific doctors you want to look at.
Do you have, like, can you look up, like, healthcare?
Yeah, let me see here. Is there a specific
Kayla Pulliam.
Oh, yeah.
Kayla is my doctor of healthcare. She's in the healthcare medical group.
Say the name again.
The doctor name.
Yeah.
Kayla Pulliam.
Can you spell the last name for me?
I think. That's right.
And then Sarah?
Her first name is Kayla.
Kayla?
Yeah. And it's healthcare. That's the group that they're in, that she's in.
Let's see.
And it's in Georgia, if that helps.
Oh, okay. Advent
Omasa Calhoun. I had 2 S's in there, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Let's see.
And I'm looking for something that is, low deductible, low copay. I mean, a copay is fine, but low copay. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That one's in network. Let me do this. Let me screenshot it and send it to you so you can have it. Let's see. Is there another doctor within that network? Because typically when you get the network itself, the doctors within that network are normally good. Is there anybody not in that network that you wanted to make sure that you had covered for the kids or for your husband?
I don't know, because we all see that's our main doctors are in that group. Let's see.
And I texted it over to you as well.
Okay. That looks...
Georgia. It had 2 addresses in there. You just... Let me see.
They're probably that's probably the 2 addresses. Because I know you can get it from it, and then you can get to it from Hospital Drive, too.
Yeah.
Because the hospital is right there.
I doubt they would just... yeah. Let me see. Yeah, and if you want, I can just pull up any specific doctor as well, just to get you that assurance. Is there a specific doctor you cared about?
We all see Dr. Let's see if we go to the website.
And that was, how did we mess the spelling up earlier? Was it?
Let me see if I have that wrong. Because I may have that wrong.
Oh, I see it here.
Kayla.
T-U-L-L-I-A-M. Oh, okay, I see the thing. She's a nurse practitioner, right?
Right.
Okay.
And we pretty much see her every time we're go to the doctor.
Do you know who the main doctor at that facility is? Because sometimes on the provider lookup, it'll just put the MD, and it won't put the practitioners underneath.
I know there's a couple, but I've never seen any of them.
Okay.
But Yamamoto is one of them.
I see that, yeah. Yamamoto, Lester, and Dr. Chung are the main 3 I see here. Let me just type in one just to make sure. For Yamamoto, looks good to me. And this has the actual address. Okay. This one has the actual address as well. That's accurate with the one that you were saying, the hospital drive.
Good, then she's good too, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I would assume that the whole health is part of it.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I would assume that it's most likely all of them are in network. You're probably not going to get one that's not out of network because they're all under health.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and there's 50 locations that I'm seeing here. Let me just.
Okay.
And it seems like they're all coming in as in network.
Okay.
Because you got the one.
Because I really want a health plan, like a PPO, where I can go to any state and pretty much find a doctor anywhere I go that's covered.
Yeah, and that's going to be the PPO.
Yeah, I have to go that way because my son is in Alabama.
Yeah.
So, and in next year he graduates Alabama. He may go to Nebraska. He may go to who knows where to further his education. And he's only 21, so I got another 4 years that he can be on my insurance.
Yeah. So now that we have that won't be an issue because the PPO. I mean, we can look up any location and it'll be the same similar kind of chain for you. What I want to make sure that you kind of acknowledge is the two separate types of plans that are going to be available to you, just so you can kind of see the price difference. So one of them starts at I think 700 that you were initially quoted at. And the main kind of breakdown, I'm going to just give you the gist of it because I can go over it in more detail if you guys want, because I don't know if the husband is going to be available in this conversation as well.
He just got home, so he'll be here in about 10 minutes.
Okay. So
yeah, that's fine.
Basically, the concept is you have one plan where it's like $700, zero deductible, zero copay. Both are going to be the same network. But the goal with that one is it's basically you're going to have $20-$30 for your doctor's visits as far as what you pay. You're just not paying that at the facility. You'll get billed that a few weeks after your visit. Your preventative care you will not have to worry about. That'll be included for you on the policy as well. And then the biggest difference, because that's going to stay consistent. In fact, you might have a little bit more benefits on the one that's a little bit more expensive. It's like $1,500 like you had mentioned. But the biggest difference is one plan, the cheaper plan, you're going to have a max out of pocket of $3,000. That max out of pocket is going to be one per person for the whole family, and it'll cap out at 3 people total, meaning that if all 4 of you guys end up using your max out of pocket, you're only going to have to account for the 3.
Okay.
And so that option, the reason it's cheaper is because you're going to have a max out of pocket of $3,000 per person. You're only going to be able to utilize that once on the plan.
Okay.
Once you use that, you're going to basically have to transition to a different plan. When you transition to the plan, so when you transition to the plan, so basically what it does, it's like you don't have a max out of pocket on your plan anymore once you upgrade. Because the concept of what they do there is that you're in that healthy risk pool until you're not. So so that's why they basically like once you upgrade is what they call it. They kick you off. Now if you're like, well, I don't want to have to worry about getting kicked off a plan.
Right.
You can transition to the other plan that I mentioned to you, which it's going to be a higher it's going to be a higher max out of pocket because it's going to be instead of 3,000, it's going to be 4,500.
Okay.
But
it covers you. But it covers you.
Exactly. So that means that let's say, for example, in this sense, Laura, it covers you. Let's say month 2, something happens, God forbid, knock on wood. You're going to be covered for the next 10 months, and then it'll just reset. It's considered guaranteed renewable until age 64 and a half. So what I tell people,
so it's like private health, like what you get with your
employer,
with your work.
Yeah, exactly. Except even with your work, the rate will like naturally go up basically because of depends on the risk pool, depends how big the company is. There's a lot of variable factors when it comes to that stuff.
Right.
But this is kind of look at it as like concrete, where once you sign up for it, I always tell people you don't have to worry about insurance until you're eligible for Medicare, which is age 64 and a half, because they're not going to kick you off, especially if you guys had mentioned that you guys are relatively healthy. And so $4,500 would be your total max out of pocket, and that's only to be satisfied, again, if something major were to happen to you. If you're only going in to get normal checkups and things like that, you don't have to worry about a max out of pocket for the entire duration of the year.
I have a 20-year-old and a 7-year-old, so we do get ear infections and my tummy hurts, so we get rushed to the ER. So
just normal stuff, normal stuff happens. And
you can hit that maximum out of pocket pretty quick if you have one trip to the ER.
And I just mentioned that because that's the main difference as far as what's not covered in terms of the differences in terms of the plans. Now, if that's something that you're more open into taking a look at, I can shoot a link over to your phone and we can kind of go over it together, just because it's, like I said, it's a little bit more than just, I wanted to make sure you understood the differences first, and then from there,
Thank you so much, because I did not know that.
Yeah, and I know that we had been speaking previously, and I know that was an issue for you as well. Let me do this for you. Email-wise, is it still... Okay. Let me send this over to your phone. I'm going to send a link over to your phone or to your computer, whatever works easier for you. And it's just going to get you access to the plan that I'm looking at. I already sent you
Okay.
over my license and the verifying the doctor
Yes.
stuff that we went over, so you
Okay.
can hold on to that for your records.
Okay.
But I want to quickly kind of just go over it with you and kind of see what you think, and then if it is
Okay.
something that makes sense to you, like I said, usually a 60-day window is ideal because it doesn't let you push it out further than that. But I'll
Okay.
kind of let you know what that looks like at the end.
Right. But if it goes up or down, it's fine. Like I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row right now to make sure that that we can actually do this.
Sure.
Okay.
So this is basically the plan. I don't know if you've seen something to this similar before, or if this is the first time you're looking at this, but the benefits itself are going to be pretty straightforward. So, like I mentioned, zero deductible, zero copay for your day-to-day services. If it's normal doctor's visit for whether it's you or the kids is going to work as such. You're going to walk in, show your insurance card for United Healthcare, you'll get treated, and then at that point you will leave. The bill is automatically going to go to the insurance company first, and then from there they're going to do one of two things. Hey guys, video cut out there. Here as you guys saw me about to hop on the pitch with the lady, Laura. Her husband ended up hopping on the call as well, and we didn't end up closing it right then and there, but scheduled it for a follow-up 1 month after. So overall, positive experience there from that call as well. So we made about 25 calls, 25, 30 cold calls, and got about 3 appointments from them, and then we got that lady in the middle that you guys got to see. Gave us her whole spiel. But nonetheless, overall, a positive effort there. If you guys like these type of videos, again, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more. And if you guys are interested in learning more about how we're able to kind of help agents, go ahead and click the link down below, freedomcodeagent.com. But again, until next time, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.